Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Frenkie de Jong reveals that he never wanted to join Manchester United in the summer, despite his Barcelona future being up in the air. Frenkie de Jong has been at Barcelona since 2019. He's under contract with Barcelona until 2026. He has a buyout clause of €400 million. Barcelona did get Frenkie de Jong from Ajax for around €65 million. But throughout the course of the summer, Manchester United were chasing him. Erik Ten Hag wanted a reunion with the player. I can see Man United reigniting their interest in Frenkie de Jong in January. Now, I want to give you some news regarding Harry Kane. So, Manchester United consider a move for Tottenham forward Harry Kane as a potential replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo. This is according to Fidge's. There's some other clubs that are in for Harry Kane as well. Harry Kane is Tottenham's second all-time highest scorer. He's made over 200 appearances for Tottenham. He's been at Tottenham around 18 years. He joined Tottenham in 2004. He was in Tottenham's academy for around 5 years. He broke into Tottenham's senior squad back in 2009. Kane has obviously won individual awards. He's won the Golden Boot a few times and that. He's under contract with Tottenham until 2024. Don't forget, Kane's had loan spells before with Leyton Orient, Millwall, Norwich and Leicester. Harry Kane would cost a substantial amount. Probably cost at least 80 million. You already know the news regarding Jude Bellingham. Borussia Dortmund want to extend Jude Bellingham's contract. Borussia Dortmund value Jude Bellingham at €150 million. There's a transfer battle over Jude Bellingham. Man United are in for him, Chelsea are in for him, Liverpool are in for him, Madrid are in for him and Man City are in for him. Jude Bellingham has been at Borussia Dortmund since 2020. He's under contract with them until 2025. Borussia Dortmund got Jude Bellingham from Birmingham for an initial fee of 25 million. At the time, he became the most expensive 17-year-old in history. And Borussia Dortmund, have lost key players. They lost Jadon Sancho to Man United, they lost Erling Haaland to Man City, they lost players like Pulisic and Lewandowski, Shinji Kagawa and all of that. So yeah. Erik Ten Hag has already revealed his transfer plans for January. Erik Ten Hag said that Man United will continue to hold meetings over strengthening the squad. Ten Hag's going to get a transfer budget of around 70 million in January. If Man United do sell Ronaldo though in January, Erik Ten Hag could be given 100 million. The January transfer window will be Erik Ten Hag's second transfer window as Man United manager. So far, Erik Ten Hag has made 6 signings as Manchester United manager. He brought Terrell Malacia in. He brought Lisandro Martinez in. He brought Christian Eriksen in. He brought Casemiro in, brought Anthony in, and he brought Martin Dubravka in. Man United have spent over 200 million this year. Let me put into the equation that Ten Hag has got rid of players as well, but you know, despite that, he's still inheriting players from other managerial eras. You know, the players that have left Manchester United this year, we saw Man United sell James Garner to Everton. We sold Andres Pereira. Ethan Laird went out on loan to QPR. Amad Diallo Traore went out on loan to Sunderland. Hannibal Mejbri went out on loan to Birmingham. Alex Telles went out on loan to Sevilla. Dean Henderson went out on loan to Nottingham Forest. You know, Lee Grant left earlier on this year. Man United let Matic go to Roma, so he's reuniting with Jose Mourinho. Pogba made a return to Juventus earlier on this year, left Man United for the second time on a free. Lingard left on a free, he went to Forest. Juan Mata left on a free. And of course Cavani left on a free. And we saw quite a few young players leave. And like I've said, more players will leave Manchester United next year. Like I said, next year, I'd say Harry Maguire will be going because he's no longer one of our first choice centre-halves following the arrival of Martinez. Maguire's been dropped in a lot of games this season and Man United have looked a far superior team. Revert back to last season, the vast majority of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire. Man United got Maguire for 80 million, overpaid for him. Like I said yesterday, Harry Maguire blames teammates for defensive struggles in 21-22. So Maguire partly blamed De Gea and himself for Man United's defensive struggles. I can say next year that Phil Jones will be leaving the club. I reckon Shaw will be going next year as well. There's no way back for him in the team now because Terrell Malacia is our first choice left back. Luke Shaw's injury prone anyway, which is a concern. Shaw's been at United for around 9 years or so now. So he's been a long-serving player. His contract at the club expires next year. We'll get rid of Telles permanently. We'll get rid of Bailly permanently as well. At the moment, Bailly is out on loan with Marseille. We'll get rid of Tuanzebe. He's not first choice. Last season he was out on loan with Villa. You know, he enjoyed like 3 loan spells with Villa. Lindelof, I reckon he's going next year because he's no longer one of our first choice centre-halves. Well, he was no longer one of our first choice centre-halves when Man United signed Varane. I can honestly say that Wan-Bissaka will be leaving next year as well. Because there's no way back for him in the team because Diego Dalot is our first choice right back. Fred, I reckon he's going next year. He's no longer one of our first choice centre midfielders following the arrivals of Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. I can say as well that Ronaldo will probably be leaving in January. Like I've said, Erik Ten Hag could get 100 million to spend if Ronaldo leaves in January. You know, Man United stars expect Cristiano Ronaldo to push for the January exit. It said not so long ago that Cristiano Ronaldo was set to receive a new transfer offer from Saudi Arabia to leave Man United. Ronaldo, he's not started a lot of games this season, and to be honest with you, Man United have looked far superior. Ronaldo, did start against FC Sheriff and he scored from the penalty in that game. That was his first goal of the season and his 699th goal of his career. Ronaldo also started against Sociedad and he had a goal disallowed in that game for offside. Ronaldo's contract at the club expires next year. There's an option to extend for a further year. Man United re-signed Ronaldo last year from Juventus. So Ronaldo's been his second spell at Man United. Ronaldo has 25 goals in all competitions since he re-signed and he has 18 goals in the Premier League. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, so reflecting on that, he's got a good pedigree. So there you go. Obviously, the news regarding, Michael Knighton. Michael Knighton says Man United takeover bid is going as planned. Revert back to last month, Michael Knighton said the Glazers will be gone by next year. Revert back to 1989, Michael Knighton aborted a £20 million bid to buy Manchester United. Michael Knighton is well known for his involvement in United and Carlisle. Obviously, the news regarding Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's been interested in buying Man United. He said, he was interested in a £4 billion offer to take Man United from the Glazers. It said Sir Jim Ratcliffe, if he is appointed in, wants to recommend Luis Campos. Luis Campos is the PSG director. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he's one of Britain's richest men. He's a billionaire worth around 15 billion. And earlier on this year, Elon Musk joked about buying the club. Because prior to that, there was narratives coming out saying that Elon Musk was planning to buy the club. So, yeah. And obviously, we've got to get the Glazers out of the club because they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. And for a while now, United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. They have. Earlier on this year, it said the Glazer family were open to selling a minority stake in Man United. The Glazers, they've owned the club since 2005, so they've owned Man United for around 17 years. Obviously, we've got Benny McCarthy at the club. We've got Richard Arnold, he's our CEO. We've got John Murtaugh, he's our Director of Football. Obviously, Eric Ten Hag is the United manager. We've got Mitchell van der Gag and Steve McLaren. They're working alongside Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag was the one that recommended them in. And earlier on this year, Sir Alex Ferguson came back to Manchester United in an advisory role. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.